Hello YouTube, Bob Lee here. The project that I started on was something that I've been wanting to do. I have the smaller set of easy tools and I really like them a lot. However, the bigger ones are a little bit more costly than I want to purchase. So I've been watching some videos on YouTube and people making their own carbide tool and everything like that. So I decided to come up with my version of the handles. Okay, this is going to be my first turning tool. Now what I have done is I've ripped this maple at about 1.5 inches wide, and I ripped my Paduke at a perfect 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a layer, or I'm going to have the maple one piece here, then I'm going to put the Paduke and I'm going to piece it together around the shaft, and then I'm going to glue all this together just in a sandwich like this. And then once I'm ready to do this, I'll pull the metal back out and make this into a round handle. Okay, I've got the 2 pieces of maple and the Paduke glued together. I've got my inlet for my bar to go into, and I'll epoxy the bar into place. I just got them out of the clamps, and I'm just kind of trimming up the blanks on the table saw, sander, kind of even them up a little bit. Okay, if you look at my opening there, that's where the chisel part or the bar stock will go into. But all I've been doing is just setting that on there like that. And it runs pretty true. So what I'm trying to do is get down to the right thickness of the collar. There we go. And I use the 3/4 coupling trick, cutting them in half for my collar. And so that gives me a nice look on the handle, just for something to do different. But then you can see the heel, it's all solid, there's no hole there, and the Paduke actually is supporting the back part of the handle because it'll come up through and stop right at the lower end of the bar stock right here. So that's kind of how I did it, and this is what I came up with on my first turning, and I'm working on the others now. Some may be wondering how I actually did my end. What I did was I hogged out one of the ends, and I also rounded it off just to create a platform for the cutting tip. And how I did that was I just simply took one of these with a cutting disc on it and started working on it. And I took it down, beveled it down, and flattened it out, and did all that, and then just rigged it so that I could mount the tip on there. And how I did that was I drilled the appropriate hole for a 832 tap. And once I threaded that down, I found a screw that would work for me, and I mounted, it's a funnel shaped screw and flathead, and then I just put it on there and tightened it up, and it's going to be fine. But that's how I did the end of the bar stock. Each tip will be different. So I'm going to have to figure out, or have to machine it in such a way that each tip will have its own end, and that's what the tool will be used for, just each individual end here. There's the handles all turned out. Now I've got to make the steel cutter bars and everything yet. All the material, I ended up with about 50 bucks in everything you saw me doing, even with the easy tool tips. And one of those turning tools is close to $100. So I'm getting, for the price of half of one of those tools, I'm getting 3 of them. That's why I made my own. But I wanted to thank everybody for watching, and I wanted to thank all my subscribers, and have a good evening. Bye now.